Determination. Determination. Toastmaster Monica. How many of you have seen the famous films Erin Brockovich and The Sound of Music? For those of you who haven't seen it and who are fond of films which have a unique touch and a beautiful meaning in the end, these two films are the perfect choices for you. I was deeply touched and inspired when I saw these two films, thanks to my dad who pushed me so hard to watch them. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Today I'm going to enlighten you about these two films and tell you why I was deeply inspired and why you all will surely be deeply inspired as well. Erin Brockovich is a film directed by Steven Soderbergh. Julia Roberts plays the role of Erin. This film is a dramatization of the true story of Erin Brockovich. She was a single, unemployed mother of 3 children who struggled hard to find a job for herself. After weeks and days of struggle, she persuaded a lawyer to give her a job as a file clerk in a real estate office. In the midst of her work, she found something unusual. She found a few medical records in real estate files, and so she got suspicious. She dug deeper into these files, and she found out that the PG&E, which stands for the Pacific Gas and Electric, a famous utility in the US West Coast, were buying homes which were thought to be negatively impacted by water pollution. But in fact, these homes were polluted because of the waste disposal practices of the PG&E itself. The water was contaminated with a highly poisonous chemical known as the hexavalent chromium or the chrome 6. It threatened various residents in that area. So what did Erin do? Erin simply went to these people. She interviewed them, collected their medical records, and approached her law firm boss with it. Together, the both of them filed a case against the PG&E, which was a huge step. After a lot of struggle and a lot of discussions with high-class corporates, the two finally managed to win the case. The case ended with a settlement of $333 million for the residents in that area. Now let me talk about Sound of Music. It is a very simple story, a film directed by Robert Wise. Julie Andrews plays the role of Maria. This story is a story of an ex-military man who was in search of the perfect governess to take care of his rebellious children. After 12 unsuccessful women, Maria came forward to take up the challenge. This woman was beautiful, exotic, energetic, and was ready to take it out. Initially, his children were very rebellious. They were mean to her. They did not treat her properly. But due to her unique tactics, she ended up flattering the children. And there was this bond between her and them. The bond became so strong that the children were ultimately unable to let go of her. And she had no other choice but to marry the ex-military man and take care of the children like her own. This was just a brief summary of both the stories. But when you watch both these films, you will find a similarity. The undying determination of both these women. This is why I was inspired. I learned that when you are determined to do something, you will end up doing it. There will be consequences in the process. You will lose a lot. You will also gain a lot. There will be and gentlemen, when you are determined to do something, nobody can stop you. In the case of Erin Brockovich, you will see that this woman went through so many situations. She was humiliated, she was betrayed, she lost so many people who were close to her once. But you will never see her losing faith in herself. This woman achieved her goal with similar passion and courage throughout. Even in the case of Sound of Music, you will observe the ruthless, repeated torture that the children gave to Maria. But you will never see Maria losing her patience or temper. Maria deals with these children with a smiling face, and ultimately she succeeds in gaining their trust. Even the real Erin Brockovich today is a successful legal clerk and environmentalist. Both these films were so successful and won so many awards. The Sound of Music is enjoyable and entertaining. I'm sure you all must have heard of this song. Do a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far along the way to run. This was the first song that Maria used to take her first step and gain the children's trust. Hence, Sound of Music is a perfect blend of good music and powerful acting. But Erin Brockovich is more serious. The content is extremely powerful, and the woman is more powerful too. Hence, I recommend all of you to watch these two films and observe the similarity in both the women's characters. I recommend you to watch these films repeatedly, because I'm sure, just like me, you all will also be inspired to determine yourself to achieve your goals. Hence, I would like to conclude my speech with a powerful quote from Erin Brockovich. If you follow your heart, if you listen to your gut, if you lean your hand forward to help another, not for any agenda, but for the sake of humanity, you will find the truth, and you will definitely succeed. Over to you, Toastmaster.